I'd like to bring up Kevin to introduce Application Developers Alliance.
Thank you. The Application Developers Alliance is a non-profit application developer advocacy group based in DC. We're going to bring up Chris Green, representative, to give you quite a bit more detail about that.
Hello, everybody. So even though my sign says Jay Cord, my name is actually Chris Green. I'll do my best to try to fill in for his shoes. I'm our developer relations head at the Alliance. Better. I'm the developer relations head at the Alliance, and we are a nonprofit trade association for coders and development companies. I promise I won't bore you too much, but tell you a quick story about why we exist and what we're here to do. So a couple of years ago, the Federal Trade Commission was having some hearings on Capitol Hill. And hearings were about loss of contact data within different mobile platforms. And so this was around the time that it was kind of the big hoopla of, oh, these apps are able to access people's contact data, and why are they able to do this? So the Federal Trade Commission said, well, we can't really ask the platform companies about this, but we can ask the developers. Do you know any developers? And they said no. And so what they did was they picked up the phone book and they started cold calling development shops. And what did they get when they said, hey, this is the Federal Trade Commission? Click. And so at that point in time, they said, well, we need to speak to somebody who knows about developers. And it was really only one organization that purportedly was in charge of talking about developers and development, and they were really represented by one major platform company. And so the major platform company was able to go in and sort of discuss all of these different issues as relates to development and sort of skew the results of these meetings and these hearings toward their platform and away from developers. And so a couple of other bigger tech companies said, hey, this is not something that should be happening. And so they partnered together to form us, the Application Developers Alliance. And so what we do primarily is support developers and development companies. And so after we figured out, okay, we can do this side of it where we're supporting developers in political conversation, we said, well, we need to do more than that, right? We can't just say, yeah, we advocate for developers. And so one of the things we do for individual developers is things like discounts on different services. We do a lot of different things like co-working spaces, and so we offer a discount on co-working spaces, a couple here in New York City as well, but across the country. We're looking to add more as we continue to grow and continue to do what we do. We're getting ready to do a lot of different content pieces of things like, I've just built my app and how do I monetize on it? And so we're going to industry experts and having them record videos to show you what's next and doing screencasts to show you what's next. You put your cool idea, where do you go next? And then outside of that, we do a lot of different marketing. So things like this, we come in and we do sponsorships. We love sponsoring events. We love getting out in front of the community, and that's primarily my job. But then we do things like industry research too. And so there's, in the back, we've got some, like a little industry research one-pager sort of graphic thing that I put a couple of copies out. And so one of the things we found from this research when we polled folks who were doing, we polled people who use apps, we figured out 83% of people say they download an app at least once a month. And 52% of those people who download apps to their phones find out by word of mouth. And so this is kind of a new thing, right? This word of mouth thing is really, used to be like the top 10 or 15 people, in the, top 10, 15 list in the App Store was where people got their apps from, and now it's word of mouth. So these are the types of things, industry research and that we put together, and allows us to come in and do great events like this. So appreciate your time. We're at appalliance.org. Again, my name is Chris, and I'll be floating around toward the end. So appreciate it, and good luck, everyone.
So HTC was nice enough to donate, actually offer us as a sponsorship 5 devices tonight. We're going to be giving away one every hour, so for 3 hours to the audience. Hopefully you dropped your business card in this little thing here. If you didn't, it might be too late. But we're going to have 2 devices to the winning app, and that's going to happen later this evening. So I want to welcome David up to the stage to say a few words about HTC.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the evening party for the developer event and make the brand of your APP. HTC is very glad to be one of the sponsors of the event, and we are going to offer 5 devices this evening. Hopefully you can use this device in your application development. And I also would like to take this opportunity to thank the organizers and to make this great event happen in the city. Thank you. Enjoy your time.
Actually, we're gonna let David pick the first one now.
The winner is Hunter Harris. Yes. Hunter, come on.
Great, thank you. So, we all know Twitter, and we tried to make it simple, just branded app. So, here's our hashtag, branded app. How we tweet. So, we were very fortunate enough to get 8 judges, and these guys, you can talk about herding cats. We're talking very difficult to bring this group together. We have experts from all different walks of life for mobile up on the stage here. And I'm going to just briefly introduce every one of them and have it stand up and just say your hellos. And then we'll move to the presentation. So first of all, we have Scott Jensen, who's from Viacom MTV. Scott has been involved in mobile forever. I mean, he started out working on some of the first branded apps with the company Vindigo, and then has been involved. He actually was at Nokia. He's had quite an extensive career, Weather Channel. So he has really seen it all. And now he's back to, I guess, he did a lot in the music industry. He's back and now working at MTV Viacom. And we have Tina Reese, who's actually here for a couple months from Brazil. She actually runs 6 companies. She won the AT&T Hackathon. She won the Medium Hackathon. She is working with the Clinton Global Initiative. She is all over the place. She was in Washington, D.C. back and forth within the last couple days, and she's here. So a round of applause for Tina. And then sitting next to Tanya is her, I guess, long-lost relative, another Andrew Reese, who's actually here. He represents the VC community with a very well-known VC that's actually in the advertising space. Andrew is ad sales by nature, he told me. And warm welcome for Andrew Reese from Stamp Stella. Thank you, Andrew. At the end of the table, the tough-looking guy, I wouldn't want to catch him in the back alley, Timothy Ware from the Wall Street Journal. That's all I can say. But he knows his stuff. He's been in mobile. He's been in for more than 5 years now, Tim. From sports all the way through to Wall Street Journal. So thanks, Tim. Okay. David Berkowitz, another long-timer, very much coming at it from the social media perspective. David writes for Media Post. He's with 360i, which is one of the Dentsu companies. He is very well known in the space. I think he's written more articles about social media, mobile, community than anyone here in New York. I keep reading how many. So, warm welcome for David Berkowitz. Another expert in mobile, Chad Mum, who is coming us from SB Nation, The Verge, as writes for The Verge, very much covers mobile. And warm welcome for Chad. Thank you very much. And our final judge to announce is Richard Ting, another from RGA, another longtime mobile expert. He's been in the space, I think, even before I've been born, but he really knows branded apps, branding, has worked on some of the world's leading campaigns. Thanks, Richard. So I had to put this slide up, because how many of you know what brand marketing is? Raise your hands. Okay, 50%. So basically, a brand is a personality that identifies a product, service, or company. Name, term, symbol, design, or combination, and how it relates to key constituencies. And so for this event, we're really looking at brand marketing, building brand awareness, brand promise, brand image, brand experience in some form. So we've all seen this, the sales funnel. We have awareness, consideration, and intent, and then we have a purchase. This is what we were schooled in. But the revolution that has really kind of hit us is this kind of idea of flipping the funnel. Now, the whole ability to create brand value, even after the purchase, is a reality. And this is, so to speak, a strong opportunity for mobile. And so the ability to create loyalty, be able to have advocacy, social, all of those elements. And so when we look at this, we basically are looking at the branded app is no longer just about awareness. You can have, it can carry itself all the way across the entire value chain. And of course, conversions and conversations along the way. So what you'll find tonight when you see a lot of these apps, they're not just about the brand awareness, it's all about the continuation of other elements that are included in that overall experience. So we're fortunate to get close to 50 registrants for this year. We had 35 last year to sign up for speakers. The actual co-producers got together and we chose the top 7 that we felt that kind of fit that brand marketing, brand presence. There were a lot of great apps that submitted, but they weren't specifically related to brand marketing. We had news apps and several others. This event is very much around advertising week and branded, so these were the ones that had been the finals that we're presenting. Again, we did have a lot of exciting ones, and so we want to thank them for registering, and we'll try to get them in some of the future programs we do moving forward.